So basically, I'm a Salesforce consultant. So Salesforce is, as you know, is a CRM. It's a platform, just like Oracle NetSuite. So it's like a system where customer data is held. So I manage that system for a company, which specializes in data solution and software solution for commercial real estate. That's what we do. So, for example, if you want to buy a property, you're a big developer, you want to buy a property in New York or in Manhattan or in downtown Toronto, you want to see what the historical trend was on that investment. What are the costs associated with that property or investment that you're going to make? Um, when you're buying a house, as like when you're doing a personal investment, you're buying your own house, you want to see what the location is, where's the nearest school and stuff like that, right? But unlike that, when you're buying a commercial property, you have a lot of other things to look at. What is the zoning? What is the commercial, what is the commercial zoning? What is the historical data trying to say? Is the market going to go up or down? Like, of course, in real estate market, we haven't seen gone down, like going down until the
Yeah.
last recession, and hopefully future we will see the market correction because house prices are going to come down. Hopefully, that's when we can buy a house. Hopefully, right? So that's what we do, and that's my company. To give you a little bit of background in that company, so how I got there and what my role asks me to do on a day to day, it's I have to wear a lot of different hats on a daily basis. Once I'm training people, the next time I am hearing what the problem is, the third time, like, or the next time I am thinking about the sales process, I'm thinking about the business process, how the process works. But this wasn't me when I was in banking. And the reason I was hired for this role is because I was an end user of the system. I was being told what to do, and I didn't have any choice or have the chance to say, I wish this field, this button was there, this option was there. Now I am behind the scene, and instead of being controlled by the system, I am controlling the system. So when I get in enablement managers, marketing managers, directors, vice presidents come to me saying, and my manager saying that, okay, we have this issue, salespeople need this and whatnot. We ask them, okay, why do they need it? Why are they asking for this button? Why are they asking for this enhancement? Why do they need it? What's the value to it? And then it's all those whys. That's one of the biggest part of my role is why. I ask people why. Okay, why is this ticket here? Why are you doing this? So that's my role. Mostly it's related to Salesforce. Salesforce is growing very fast. It's unimaginable. I hate and love that guy Mark Benioff. Like, oh man, he's crazy. The things he does, and so right now I'm still developing, and I'm still working on my, as in this world of Salesforce, in this ecosystem. It's not all about certification. Anyone can get 10 Salesforce certificates. It's all about learning the system. So that's where I am at,
Mhm.
and it's a great journey. But to be honest, if you ask me whether I'm going to be there for a lot of years, no. Since my childhood, you've known me. I've always been an entrepreneurial person, and that's where my heart is. And to be honest, um, not necessarily that everything you want will happen right away. It's
Right.
all about a process. So that's what I'm believing in. I'm just following my journey. I have career plans for my future as well. Side by side, I have my educational plans as well to keep on continuously developing through self-education, which is another thing I want to suggest to people coming to North America. I've learned this is that constant development, constant education. It doesn't have to be formal education. It's about going on
Yeah.
YouTube and learning what's SQL. It's on going on YouTube and what understanding what is UX, what is UI, what is a software engineer like Reshad bin Harun doing? Like, what do they do on a daily basis? I don't have to know the exact nitty gritty of your work. Just a day in your life can I can comprehend a lot of stuff that you do just
Yeah.
by talking to you. So doing those and understanding those, I think will has set me up and will set me up for the future. And I believe this. I I feel like this will anyone, any viewer who's listening to this or hearing this, will help out the viewer as well. So constant development is a key for success in North America. I must say it. Like I think it's I don't know about Bangladesh again. I haven't spent a lot of professional time there,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can probably reson like you can use vocalize on that point more as you have worked and lived and studied in North America as well. What do you say?
Yeah, no, I think that's 100% right. And even the time that you're taking, a little bit of time that you're taking away from your 9 to 5 or away from your formal education to study the things or to learn about the things that you're interested in, and that could potentially help you move closer to the career that you see for yourself in the future, that pays so much in dividends. The reason I was able to transition into software engineering was because of the YouTube videos, was because of the self-learning that I did
Yeah.
in my senior year in college. At that point, I was limited by the number of classes I could be taking because I had to meet my requirements for biomedical engineering. I had to graduate with the degree that I was planning to graduate with. And it was my final semester in college. So the only kind of learning that I was able to do was via YouTube, was via just reading up articles online. There's so many resources. If you
Exactly.
spend anything close to like 20-30 minutes a day just trying to find or learn about the things that you're interested in, you'd be surprised at how much you're able to learn. And I'm sure you've been on a very similar process, right? I think, and this may be a bit of an overstatement, but I actually think that this learning that you do outside of the 9 to 5, outside of your formal education, turns out to be more valuable, turns out to give you more output in the future. That's my opinion. That's
I
my
wouldn't I
experience.
wouldn't say that was an overstatement. I would say you were spot on. Like the stuff that we learn in school and in university, the stuff that Shabuddin sir taught us, like fuck that shit, like shit like that. Of course, I respect him a lot. I love him, but I'm just saying, right? The stuff that I have learned in YouTube, actually, like I have to sit on you, like I'm on my meeting and stuff like that. There might be, as I said, developers asking me all that they're talking and they're like, "Oh, Rezwan, do you know about this product on for Microsoft Azure? Do you know how their integration works?" And me over here, I'm like, "Okay, what Google? What are they fucking talking about? What is this product all about?" And then I take a glance. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, sure, I know this is what it does." So even having that, the definition of what that product does actually, like after some time after my meeting's over or later that day or later the week, I go back and check, okay, what does it do actually? It was quite interesting. That small knowledge is actually helping me in multiple ways that I'm not seeing. It's not tangible always. That knowledge, of course, it's absolutely intangible, but it also is valuable in multiple ways.
Yeah, and in that small interaction that you probably had with the dev team, because of this obscure thing that you happen to learn about by reading about it for 5 minutes, that opens up so many opportunities for you. Maybe in future projects, maybe you're the guy that is going to be the point person between Azure projects and the consulting work you do,
Right.
because you're the only person that's able to comprehend that or even just
What's
know
going
about
on?
that
Exactly.
Azure integration. Yeah, it pays huge dividends, huge
Yeah.
dividends.